Welcome to the Lock Shop with Nielsen and Hustler.
What is up, Lock Shoppers? Welcome to the Lock Shop Live right here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams at edmontonsportstalk.com, on YouTube, TuneIn, iHeart. Thank you very much. Podcast, all of you. Thank you very much for tuning into the Lock Shop. Matty Iwanyk in for Dustin Nielsen. Andrew Hustler Patterson will join me in a little bit, just going through all sorts of the plays because we got the first weekend of the Canadian Football League, or first game of the weekend, I should say, of the Canadian Football League in the books. The Lions defeating the Stamps 30-26. I know the Screw It, Let's Do It yesterday. It was in a good start. It had the Lions plus 3.5, under 63.5. Double check those, but then the Dodgers heard it saying lost in the bottom of the ninth, or in the ninth inning. So cost the EST afternoons play. Our Lock Shop anytime touchdown parlay for the weekend. We took a touchdown from every game. That's still live. That was like, you can't go bet on it now, but it's plus 1,400. Keon Hatcher getting that touchdown yesterday. Well, he got two of them. Our Thursday night parlay, we had the under 63.5. We could not get the VA or Nathan Rourke interception there. They didn't have those markets, so I had those removed. But we had Horvath 50-plus rushing yards. He had 102. And then we also had Dedrick Mills 50-plus rushing yards. He had 10 carries for 49 yards. So we're just short on our Thursday night parlay from yesterday in the Lock Shop. And then earlier this week when we did the teaser play, and the forecast messed with this a little bit. So our spread's still alive. We had Lions plus 11.5, so that's still a check there. But then we did the total one, and we had over 57.5. The game ends at 56. So we had that fine little window to hit two things, or be in there with the play yesterday and be there for that one, but that one doesn't hit, so we lose that one this week as well. I also feel bad right now for Duck Dad. He said with the Hatcher touchdown, the chaser is still just the LAFC first half goal short of cashing. I'm officially retiring from betting for 6 hours if the last two legs hit. Well, maybe 4 hours tops. What were the other two legs? We have the UFC fight tomorrow, and Hideki top 20 at the St. Jude. Where is he right now? Hideki's 11th. He's T11 right now. So we'll see how that plays out. Hey, look, that was the point of it. It was. There were 6 legs to it. That's hard to go. If it was easy to just go hit 6 legs for plus a 6,800 bet, we'd do it every day and we'd all be laughing and we'd only have the Lock Shop because, well, all of us would be living rich for the rest of our lives based off of our sports betting in that case. Those aren't easy. So don't feel bad. We all threw in our pieces and we'll see how the rest go. But it gave us a great idea at the very least of an Estes Chaser bet once a month moving forward. We'll have to do that. Tonight, we'll have to do something for the Friday Nighter tonight for this game between the Bombers and the Red Blacks. Why are you yelling Red Blacks at me?
They're winning tonight. My boy Niles Morgan's back.
How much have you drank today?
And the biggest reason they're winning tonight is because they're due. Can I text you later tonight when they win?
I hope you text me later tonight if they win.
And I'll just be, I told you so.
If the Red Blacks win tonight, Hernan, feel free to text me all you want, all the trash you want. Okay. Feel free. And if when the Bombers win, I won't do the same to you.
No, you can.
No, I can't, because that's like you get a little bit of odds here too. Like clearly the Bombers should win this football game. If they get this done, credit to you. I'll buy you a coffee next week.
Why?
One day next week I'll go off. Once I'm done the hangout, I'll go head out and come by you, bring you a coffee.
So you're agreeing. So I mean, you're guaranteeing a Bombers win. That's what you're doing right now.
Unless the Red Blacks are taking on the Hamilton Tiger Cats, I will guarantee any team they're going up against is going to win that football game, I think, for the majority of the season until I see something different. I see a Zach Collaros returning for the Bombers. I see a Winnipeg team that's pissed off about Huss calls it the worst loss in the Mike O'Shea era. They had to have a comeback and almost blew it to Ottawa a while ago. So they're going to be a little more focused going into this one. And they have a poor home record. I'm expecting that they're going to be focused and ready to go to fix this game.
There's something off about that team.
If they lose, they're done. They're going to finish. I'll jump on board with you. Bombers aren't going anywhere this year.
Probably
They're
the better
fifth.
bet is the Red Blacks to cover.
Well, you can't change it now.
No, but either or.
I'm fine with that. Like, I'll jump on board with the Red Blacks covering. No problem. What's the line right now over at PA?
I think it's 6.5. I think I saw it. Or
7.5 right now. Absolutely. It's minus 7.5. I'm more than okay with the Red Blacks covering 7.5, especially with the idea of, they go and get a garbage touchdown, make it a little closer. I'm fine with that. But an outright victory, not a chance. Not a chance today.
Expect the text tonight.
I would say I feel a lot more comfortable Hamilton beating Saskatchewan too than Ottawa beating Winnipeg.
No chance.
You think
Jake
that one's
Mayer's been good, man. Like
Jake Mayer has been okay.
Okay, yeah. But he throws for a lot.
Okay, that doesn't mean you're going to win football games. Yeah, MBT threw for a lot, and the Elks lost games. They were 0-4. Those yards don't always matter. Jake Mayer, last game, 339, 2 touchdowns and an interception. But what happened? They got dominated by the Riders in that second half.
Yeah, the Bombers are not the Riders. They're not.
But they have Zach Collaros back.
Nah, but Collaro's not the same either.
They still have Brady.
Brady's not 100%.
They still have Tim White, Ontario Wilson, Nick Dembski. I think
Wilson's overrated.
He's actually been having a very good season.
Dembski's been quiet.
Dembski has been quiet. Tim White's
Hardy's
been rather
good.
quiet.
White's good. Is it Eberhardt?
He's good. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one for sure. They don't have a running back. Greg Bell's not doing anything. Greg Bell's not doing anything. Well, because he's not getting anything done.
What an interesting game
by this
tonight.
one. Should I just boost this for you?
Or are you doing a bet?
I'll throw up just Ottawa money line. Boost that for you if you want.
Sure.
Would you be betting my Ottawa money line today?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get that a little more juiced.
That's probably
for
going
you.
in my screw. Let's do it.
Okay, well, if you want to throw it in your screw, let's do it. Go for it.
You can do it separately
because
too.
right now that's plus 227. I'll get that juiced up for you a little bit.
Okay.
Hernan's confidence play.
My buddy Niles Morgan's not letting me down. Are you kidding me?
I almost spelled Hernan wrong. I forgot to set the second end. Ottawa Red Blacks money line boosted. Please sent.
Let's go.
You're that. Huss is shaking his head. Huss is, yeah. Let's bring him on. Andrew Hustler, Patterson, Winnipeg Sports Talk. Huss, I'll just tell you how this conversation got going. I was talking about the Bombers tonight, and Hernan looks at me and goes, Red Blacks. And I went, what are you talking about the Red Blacks for? He's like, they're going to win tonight. I'm like, no chance. And he's like, yeah, I'll text you tonight once it's over. I'm like, okay, you could text me all the trash you want after this one. So we have the Hernan confidence play. Ottawa money line. Your takeaway of that, I bet you weren't expecting to jump onto the lock shop and the first thing here is Red Blacks money line. Let's get that boosted.
It was literally the first thing that I heard in my ears. All right, Red Blacks money line. Put it up, boost it. Well, I sincerely hope that Hernan is wrong and we can have some fun with that next week. But I'll tell you what, I mean, there's nothing I think that you can take to the bank right now about the Bombers, other than they should be better with Zach Collaros coming back and getting John Broxton back on the offensive line. And I mean, I guess we can also take that the Ottawa REDBLACKS have found ways to lose all season long, but let's face it, their most competitive game, the one that they really should have had up until this point, was against Winnipeg. So it's a little gloomy outside right now. They said it was supposed to get up to about 24 today, but I have a feeling it might not get there, and it might be a little rainy as well. So fact of the matter is, Ottawa's starting 7 new starters tonight?
Is it that many?
It is a crazy number.
There. That's a problem for the Ottawa REDBLACKS. Like, this isn't even a case of, like, and I don't mind, like, on Play Alberta, the line's 7.5 for the Bombers right now, minus 7.5. I don't mind the idea of the REDBLACKS covering. Like, I actually don't have a problem with that one. I could see a garbage touchdown. I could see them maybe keeping it a little closer. Like, I could see them keeping a 4, 5, 6 point loss type thing. But this isn't even a matter of the Bombers right now. It's just I'm fading the REDBLACKS until I see something different from the REDBLACKS, or unless they're going up against the Hamilton Tiger Cats right now. I'm just fading the REDBLACKS. There's absolutely zero reason to believe that the Red Blacks going into a football game are going to go win it. And yeah, they played close against the Bombers a few weeks ago, but that wasn't Zach Collaros. And I go to some things you even said about this team. The worst loss in for probably the Mike O'Shea era before the bye week. They've been sitting on that one for a little bit. They have a terrible home record. You're going to want to change that. There's a little bit of a pissed off Bombers team. But even once again, I could throw that all out the window and just go, it's the Ottawa REDBLACKS even. And that's the thing. I just have zero confidence. Then all the changes that are going on, I've seen that. We've seen that in Edmonton for a long time and what happens with that. And it's going to take a special game for you to get a win. You're going to need everything to go right. And I'm not willing to put my money in any way, shape, or form behind that. And I'll happily try to go against it. Like if there was a survivor pool type thing in the CFL, which would be almost impossible to, I'd be looking at Ottawa. Who's playing Ottawa any given week? I'd be taking the other team just because of where they are. So I'm not sold in any way that the Red Blacks are going to figure much out this year. It's not unfathomable to think that a team in the CFL is only going to get 2 or 3 wins. We've seen that before. I'm questioning whether this team's going to get 1 or 2 wins. They'll eventually figure out a victory at some point. I'm not thinking it starts tonight against Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
No, Matt. Listen, this is going to be an absolutely desperate team. I mean, they've got no wiggle room whatsoever. They're fortunate to be 4-4. With the win, they'll be in 3rd place. They'll have a game on BC. They'll have a game and a half on Calgary. But we've talked about their schedule. I mean, they've got 2 games left against Montreal, 2 against Edmonton, 2 left against Saskatchewan. 6 of their final 9 games are against the cream of the crop in the league. So they have to win this game. And I do think that this team will be very much focused and not looking at their opponent like an 0-8 team. So we'll see what happens tonight. Good night for the fellas last night. Hatcher, touchdown.
Oh, yes.
BC covered. Under comes in.
Yeah, but so we had so we couldn't get the interceptions play, but we had Horvath 50+ rushing yards, which was a check. We had the under check. We had Dedrick Mills 50 rushing yards. He ended at 49.
Come on.
He got hurt. He ended at 49.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Know that.
Yeah, I know that. So that's how that play ended up. Yeah, so they didn't have the odds for a VA or a Nathan Rourke interception, which is good because it worked through an interception, but VA didn't. But yeah, Dedrick Mills at 49 yards rushing. So that play didn't hit yesterday. But yeah, we had that switch. That under was right there. Our teaser from earlier this week, we bumped it to plus 11.5 for the BC line. So that really came in quite nicely. But I will say I'm not impressed by the BC Lions. If Vernon Adams doesn't get hurt, I don't think the BC Lions are winning that football game. And I'd like neither team fully impressed. I think these are 2 teams that played well against each other, but don't stand too much of a chance against higher teams. That was my takeaway. What was your takeaway of the game?
I can't disagree wholeheartedly with you. I mean, second game back for Rourke, he had his moments, but at the end of that game, it's like neither team wanted to win.
Yeah.
Like BC gives up the touchdown, touchdown, fumbles the kickoff. And then, what was it? The field goal attempt that the Calgary kicker, that was so wide. I said to the guy I was watching with, I thought maybe they were using a different camera to show it because it's so far left. I'm like, oh, maybe this is a corner camera and this is actually going in. Unbelievable. But that
was a huge missed kick. That changed so much of that football game. Even though BC went down and scored a touchdown, it's, you're up 6, so you're only down 1. They got into field goal range. They would have kicked the game-winning field goal at that point.
Well, absolutely. I mean, special teams and missed kicks have been very problematic for some teams. But I mean, Calgary, they just find a way. And the funny thing is, Love comes in, actually looks good for a little bit, got the job done. I mean, they got the breaks that they needed. And then it was the kicker that left them down. And then, I mean, BC, even with what they had given away, what they brought back, it still came back to needing a play right at the end. I will say this, aside from whatever action we had on it, just a super fun Thursday night.
Oh,
CFL.
absolutely. 100%. That was exciting.
Yeah.
And like, I'm glad the rain held up enough that it wasn't just like some, completely pouring and monsoon completely impacting that football game. But a nice back and forth game. Two teams that desperately needed a win going for it. And, even as you say, like, even though both teams kind of were fumbling the ball late in the game, like trying to give away the game, it makes for exciting football. It makes for something exciting to watch and very entertaining. That was a lot of fun to witness. Question now about the Calgary Stampeders is what is wrong with VA? Is that something that he could come back from relatively quickly? I think, are they bye week next week? Calgary does have a bye week next week, so we won't know much about VA, I'm assuming, for a good week or so, unless he's going to be out for a little bit of a longer term here. They're going to need him quite quickly because they get come back with Hamilton, then they get the double with Edmonton. And what's wild about all of this is it's the Calgary Stampeders who are last in the CFL West now. Yeah. After everything we talked about the BC Lions, the BC Lions desperately need that one though, because they've got a very important tough stretch coming up, as they'll get Saskatchewan next week. They get Ottawa, but then they get Montreal in a back-to-back. So some very tough football games for the BC Lions. So they let that one slip away. Brandon saying in the nasty chat, Dave Dickinson was not optimistic on Mills or Vernon Adams injury. Yeah, Dedrick Mills going down too. That hurts. But they have Tyreek McAllister. Maybe he could step in a little bit if they need to add him into the fold.
That first half against the Bombers a few weeks ago.
Right. Well, if VA's out, that changes a lot for the Edmonton Elks too, moving forward, because they get them very soon. And if he's not in those ones, it does change what could happen in the home and home for the Labor Day series.
I'm just gonna pull up, like, how dire is this situation for Calgary right now at 4-6? So they lose that game at home. They're home to the Tiger Cats in their next game. I guess they've got a bye. So yeah, that's one good thing for them. I mean, with the Mills and Vernon Adams being out, they're on the bye next week.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their schedule.
Hamilton. It's a game you got to think that they're going to get to 5-5. Then they go back-to-back with the Elks. Then they go back-to-back with the REDBLACKS.
Yeah.
Riders, Bombers, Lions. So you do have 3 games against those East teams. And
that needs to be 3 victories.
For sure.
Can you split Edmonton? It's not easy sweeping a Labor Day series for either team. Can you split there? But even if you don't, okay, you go 3-2 over those 5 games. That's not bad. If you lose to Saskatchewan, okay, you then have to go and take care of some business against Winnipeg and Calgary. Like that BC Calgary game on October 17th could be massive for crossover purposes. Because also BC, to that point, BC, they're in their tough stretch, but then there's some winnable games after that. They get Ottawa next week, which is winnable. They get Montreal. Oh, no, they go Saskatchewan, sorry. Then Ottawa, then Montreal. So, realistically, you're thinking that's maybe 1-3. They come out of that. They get Saskatchewan again, so they could go 1-4. But then they get Toronto. They get Ottawa before Calgary. So they'll have a few wins that they could possibly go get. So those teams should be rather close before that October 17th meeting. That could almost determine who's gonna pass who in that one, and that will be a tiebreaker situation in that one. And that is Calgary's last game of the season. BC will have one more game against Winnipeg on the 23rd.
Which could be a very important game as to who makes the playoffs.
Absolutely. Or who gets third in the West, or who's going through a crossover. Oh, it's going to be a fun little stretch as we get close to this. Well, we're entering the second half of the Canadian Football League season, because only Saskatchewan and Toronto, Saskatchewan, Toronto, Winnipeg, Ottawa, you guys will all 4 of those teams, you guys will play your 9th game of the season. And then so everyone will be at the halfway points of their seasons. Calgary's going to go to their 10th game. Edmonton's going to their 10th game as well. We should make a play for tonight's game.
Yeah.
Build something off of this one. I know Northside Sandwich, he had a play He says Brady touchdown, Bombers -9.5, both teams to score 15. What do you like when it comes to this game tonight?
Well, I put it this way. I'm not putting Brady on anything. They announced him as a game time decision. I fully expect him to play. But if he is banged up and they're able to get out to a lead, like I'm not sure that we're going to see Brady getting the workload that he might normally get in the second half. I mean, that's a great game script for Winnipeg if they can do that. But I mean, they'll still give it to Terry Wilson in and around the goal line. And I think with Zach back, they're going to really try and juice up this passing attack. The guys, let me just pull this up right here. What do we have for, first of all, I'm interested in the passing numbers for this game tonight.
Zach's at 308.5, around there. Funny enough, Jake Mayer's at 319.5. So,
wow, those are high numbers. I saw a couple of lower numbers closer to 300.
Over on Play Alberta, they have 292.5 for Collaros, 311 for Mayer.
Okay. 292 for Collaros. Is interesting. On Ontario Wilson, I like Tim White tonight. I mentioned this to you before, and I think we've got him in our touchdown parlay.
Yeah.
Always nice. You bang out 4 TDs, Matty, and you get the first one early. He had 2 for good measure last night as well. I don't know what the number was on that. I like both the White and the Dembski numbers for tonight. What are you seeing for receiving numbers on those two dudes?
I see White's at 54.5. Dembski, where is he? 57.5.
I like both of those. I think the White number is really good too, actually. 54.5, you said, for Tim White?
Yes. I know we can move those lines. We could take both at like 50 if we wanted to.
I don't even see a number for Brady, actually. Do they have one up at PA?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, just because
I don't think any. I think the game time decision. I think everyone, it's probably across the board. They don't have anything for Brady. Well, do they have even? Would he even be in the touchdown scores? Yeah, he's listed in touchdown scores, but they don't have a line for rushing or anything like that.
Is the spread 7?
We have 7.5.
Oh, 7.5. Okay.
Yeah.
It was 6.5 for a while yesterday, but it's now 7, and I don't think that's gonna. Once Zach was, confirmed in as the starter, you're seeing it touch earlier. I mean, the Bombers got to win this game, and they need to do it convincingly. So I'm fine, despite the anti-Winnipeg propaganda put forth by one Latino Heat, Hernan Salas. I do like the Bombers. What do you think about the total tonight? As I said, could be a little greasy.
And when we built our teaser, we bumped it up and then had the under at 56.5. Like, what are the Red Blacks doing this season? Even like I could see the Bombers putting up 35 points. Can I see the Red Blacks getting to 20? And I do have a tougher time. But then you get into garbage time, and is that what burns you a little bit on that one? The Red Blacks this season, they're averaging 23 points per game. That's it. Bombers are averaging 25 points. Ottawa's given up 36 points per game. Winnipeg's given up 30. So the two defenses, two offenses, something's got to give this week. I think also if it's a little rainy or anything like that, like I like the under on that one, but I wouldn't even mind. Like if we were building something and let's say we took Bombers 6.5, or would you go to 6.5, keep it? Would you go 6.5 or 7.5?
I mean, 7.5, we're gonna have a better number. Like we'll probably have to pay. Like if it's 7.5 minus 110, the 6.5 is probably like minus 145 or something like that because it's a big point you're buying.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm like, but that's where I'm going. Do we take it to 7.5 or to 6.5, and then what we do is we move the over under to like, let's say 60.5, bump it up a few points.
Yeah. I like that. We do those two, and then we want to go 50 plus for Dembski, 50 plus for White.
Yeah. So would we take Bombers 6.5 or 7.5?
I think just 7.5. Let's just roll with the spread at what it is. We want to get a good number for the people.
Okay, Bombers 7.5. If we brought it up to 60.5, Dembski, White 50 plus yards, we could get it close to 6-1. I think before a boost and all of that.
Love it.
Nick Dembski, both with 50 plus. Under. Yeah, and I think the 60.5 keeps us nice. Like even when I looked at with those defenses, Ottawa at 36, Winnipeg at 30, that's 66 points. But I do think, I don't think Winnipeg's giving up 30 points to the Ottawa REDBLACKS. So if they keep it under 24, they're 24 at that point, perfect. We're hitting that one. So I do like that one as long as, and especially if I'll say this, if the Bombers are covering 7.5, there's no way the REDBLACKS are scoring more than 21 points, 20 points. Bombers are rolling with this one, and the REDBLACKS aren't scoring those points, so they're not getting enough to get to that 60. If there is a cover by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, this isn't going to be like a 37-30 football game, 38-30 football game or something like that. So I do like that one. Hernan's confidence play, it is up to, it's plus 265 at Play Alberta. If anyone wants to jump on with Hernan Salas and you want to, and then really put the money where the mouth is and jump on the Ottawa REDBLACKS, it is plus 265 over Play Alberta. We have that one boosted right now. So attack that at your own peril. That's all I'll say, and always use your game sense.
What about Saturday?
You want to do something a little quickly for Saturday?
Well, here's one other thing. I mean, if we're around the same, if we're thinking, where are you at on this Elks Argos spread? You got 3.5?
3.5. I do like the Elks to cover 3.5. I do think this, I wonder if this is the game that we see Justin Rankin kind of break out a little bit. It's been a while. And I do think points will be at a little bit, and I think we'll see a lot of points tomorrow at Commonwealth Stadium. Chad Kelly knows how to sling the ball. I don't think Chad Kelly's going to throw the ball to the Edmonton Elks 4 times. I don't think he's going to have 4 interceptions, but they've got a nice receiving core. No Polk, but Coxie is playing. Jake Herslow is going to have his first start of the season for the Toronto Argonauts. He's been a weird story for me.
That guy has just not been able to get on the field.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if is it an injury? Was it just they had too many guys ahead of him? I honestly, and that's the thing. I know Mike Hogan was on our station today. I don't know if that was asked of him. It's when you don't have a lot of Toronto media out there, so you're not really seeing what's going on with Jake Herslow. But the guy was unbelievable last year.
He was so good. I guess they love that Unger guy that has been in. They got Polk, they've got Coxie, and Herslow was just sort of the next man up and never quite got there.
Yeah, that guy was the second half of the season last year was an easy touchdown, and many games was getting 2 touchdowns. So like I drafted him in my fantasy league. I've been holding on to him this whole season, waiting for him to get in because of what he did last season. So now that he's in, hopefully he doesn't go off this weekend, but gets a good game so that they consistently use him moving forward. Losing Polk will hurt the Toronto Argonauts. Do
they have any numbers? Do you have any receiving props yet for that game? Love to know what the Herslow number is. You want to talk about a guy that's going to like be incredibly motivated to make the most of any opportunities? That would be him.
Yeah, I just wonder if there is even going to be a number for him.
Yeah, that might not, because they don't really have a lot to work with so far.
Oh, there is 38.5.
Oh, I would take the over on that.
I would too. I would take the over on that. They have Justin Rankin, he's set at 80.5 rushing yards. What's passing for this game? Cody is set for 301 passing yards. Chad Kelly's 332. Hicks is 46.5 rushing yards. Do you like Elks 3.5? Or are you a little more?
I think this could be another one of these close games.
Do you like the Elks winning?
I think the Elks win the football game. Like when it comes down to it, I've got confidence in Cody, to get it. But I just think it'll be a full 60-minute game. Like, is the weather going to be nice?
Weather's supposed to be very nice here in Edmonton. Like today's our last day where it's whatever. It's fine. Like it's not anything. It's not going to wait a massive fog in the morning. 16 degrees getting to 19, but tomorrow's 23 with Humidex. It might get to 25, 26, sunny. Afternoon game right at 1 o'clock. So it plays nicely. Because here'd be a play I'll throw out to you for tomorrow for just that game. If we take Jake Herslow over 30.5 receiving yards, if we go Elks money line, Cody 2+ passing TDs, be around just shy of 250.
I mean, I think this is going to be a big game. I mean, if you do both quarterbacks to get 2 TDs, I
like that too.
Like I think
that gets us almost to 4-1.
Yeah, why don't we roll with that? 2 touchdowns each, Elks, and the Herslow over.
Perfect. And then let's do something for Riders and Ticats. It will be
even 4 touchdowns.
7.5 is the spread as well for that one. It was funny because we were looking at that one yesterday, and where is that number for the anytime TDs? He's at minus 330. To score 2 is plus 175. Is there any reason you would give the Hamilton Tiger Cats covering 7.5 against the Saskatchewan Roughriders?
Yeah. The only thing I could think of it, and do we have a SAS depth chart?
Yeah, it did come out.
So what's the...
There it is. What are you looking for?
Just looking to see who's in and who's out.
Emilus is still not in. Schaefer Baker is still not in. Their running back, Conley, is also out. AJ Ouellette is not in. So both of their top 2 running backs are out going into this one. Milligan Jr. is not going. It doesn't sound like he's going to be back for, if at all, this season. If he will, it'll be late this season. So yeah, so still a little bit defensively or offensively. There's some changes.
What do we got here? Receiving. So DT, Duncan Busby. Duncan Busby killed us last week. We thought, oh, this guy's going to be getting all this action in 1 catch. Johnson the third and Keyshawn Johnson. It was basically those 2 guys that were getting everything from Trevor Harris. What's the passing number on Harris?
Trevor Harris is 319.5.
319. I was thinking to be about 315.
And I don't even see anything for Frost out there.
He's in such control right now. I mean, a 320 for Harris in a game that they might not have the same sort of rushing attack. I think I can wrap my head around that. But I guess there's not a lot on the Hamilton side you're probably looking at offensively.
I am just quickly finishing up. Cody Fajardo.
So last week in Harrison's start, who got lots of targets? Who is he looking at? Probably Kenny Lawler. Okay, so Curly Gittins got targeted 9 times, caught 7 for 54 and a touchdown. Kenny Lawler got targeted 7 times. He had 3 catches for 48. And then everyone that was lower. So Curly Gittins was kind of the target guy.
So now, do you feel the guy Harrison Frost is going to feel comfortable throwing to? Is that going to be, because they have some decent receivers all over the place. Is he going to try to maybe this week look towards Kenny Lawler, getting him more involved? Like, I feel like usually when you get these young guys, they have the guy that they like and they stick with them.
Well, exactly. And I think it's just a matter of comfort early on, and obviously where he's playing. Like, I'm not sure it was as much Gittins as a part. Like, he's probably, a bunch of short overs, the safe throw, which is going to turn into it. Is there a number for Gittins? Or is the whole passing thing of the tie cuts not really on there?
Gittins, a lot of the receivers we could make, move things, but they got 41.5 that we could possibly get.
Well, let's take the over on that. I thought that would be into the 50s.
What if we kind of build something similar to the Bombers game, the one that we built? So we take the Riders. Oh, I screwed one of those up.
Curly Gittins, and then the Keyshawn Johnson number is probably about like 100, I would bet.
Keyshawn is 96.5.
And what about the Johnson the third, the other guy?
Johnny Johnson is 63.5. But if we took Riders minus 7.5, under 60.5 for the game, so it's kind of the same thing as we take Gittins over 41.5, and then if we just throw one more Rider play in there, it's kind of something similar.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the target share from last game. We have.
I almost feel like maybe it'd be crazy, but throwing a Keyshawn touchdown in there.
Yeah, I mean, he had 14 targets last week and 11 catches for 133.
We could also just change him to like 70 yards or something.
But what did you say the number for Johnny Johnson was? 60 something?
63.5.
7 targets, 7 catches last week, 117 yards. Why don't we just take the over on Johnson the third, on Johnny Johnson?
Ooh, that could be a big number.
Yeah, we're just taking it right at the spread that they've got. Those two guys.
Gittins, Johnson over 41.5, 63.5 respectively for each guy. Riders minus 7.5, under 60.5 points for this game. It's almost plus 1,000 if I've got that right. So I'll send that one too. And then look at us building. All these parlays for the CFL.
They're gonna try and do take 2 on the CEBL championship tomorrow here in Winnipeg, Matt.
Well, it's gonna. There can't be any sort of issue with that.
No, there won't be here. There won't be here.
What's the confidence level right now? And have you seen any lines anywhere about on this game?
Yep. The CEBL championship is Seabears minus 200, Brampton plus 148, Seabears minus 4.5.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think really based on the actual rosters, it's probably closer to a pick'em. Sean East is a stud. Like, Brampton does have some really good players. They started off 7-1, and then I don't know what happened, but I really do I'm leaning Seabears because we've got they're already over 10,000 for this game. Entire lower bowl sold out. Every time we look, they've sold another section. There's a good chance that they will break the all-time CEBL attendance record for the game. But I mean, they've had some big crowds before. This is going to be different because the stakes of the game, the fact that it is a championship game. Honestly, I think it'll be as ugly and embarrassing as Wednesday night was for the CEBL. I think this is going to be maybe the pinnacle moment of the CEBL's existence, with the championship game played with this sort of a crowd. So yeah, it's going to be fun. 2:30 tomorrow, I guess 1:30 your time. And I might even just lay the 4.5. I mean, just the power of the crowd to kind of get them on. They played so well. We had the coach Mike Rainbow on yesterday. He joined us live when we were down at the Forks after I was on with you, Matt. And man, it was funny listening to him kind of tell the story of how things all happened. You know, there was sort of some concern during the warm-up. And then when the game started, you could see all the guys were very cautious. And then the minute Moon looked like he was on skates, the referees did the thing and they said, okay, we're going to take a break for 20 minutes. And he's like, well, what? We're going to take a break for 20 minutes just to cancel the game in 20 minutes? And it was, yeah, pretty much. That's right.
Where I like the spread for this too is like the Sea Bears. If you go based on record, third best record in the CBL. Honey Badgers below 500. They were just in a weak Eastern Conference. You talked about it. If it wasn't for the suspensions, you know, they're not getting past the Shooting Stars. They're 4-8 on the road this season. Their point differential's -75. Even the team below them in the Blackjacks, they're -18. Like it. And I can't imagine what it is going mentally. You lost your home game. You don't get that home game, even though it's a winner take all. You can sit there and try to be like, well, we just need to take one. This crowd, I feel like this is going to be one of those, especially if the Sea Bears get off to a nice strong start, you can get up, 16-8 or something. I don't think I think that the Honey Badgers kind of fold. They just don't. They're not a team that you're looking at based off of just even the stats and the standings. That this is a threat. Like, so I do feel that the only thing that plays into the Sea Bears in a negative way is, does that crowd to the moment get to them? Do they have that? You don't want to let down your home crowd in a single game elimination with possibly a CBL attendance record. But if they could get through that, and that's to me, just if you get to a strong start, you're fine.
Yeah, which is exactly what happened last week in the game against Saskatoon. Like, they went in as a favorite, but everyone realized that they were without three of their most important players, three starters. And I think that the hopes were tempered. People were there cheering on the team, but I don't know whether they expected them to win. And, well, we all know how that one turned away. They went through that game with only 2 turnovers. It was 19-2 in turnovers in that game against Saskatoon. So, I mean, they know what they have to do. It'll be a matter of making a few shots, kind of really getting that crowd into the game. But I don't think that there'll be any stage fright. They've proven so much getting to this point doing it. I mean, at this point, why not win the whole damn thing? And they do have a guy, Xavier Moon, who's been won it all multiple times, MVP. He's going to be leading the way. They did, by the way, did you hear the 3 bouncers that took care of Teddy after he was not leaving peacefully, all got charged yesterday?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With, I guess, assault causing bodily harm. Teddy's gone. I don't know whether I doubt we'll ever see him again. I mean, maybe with the way things ended, he'll want to come back next year, but I think you can make the argument that this team maybe is just fine.
Well, if you got a Moon, if you're looking to start player and all that, you're fine there. And if Teddy wants to play in the CBL, allow him to take Teddy and everything about Teddy to another market if somebody else wants him. Like, and now, so there's just a lot of wrongs in this whole story, right? Like, it's, he, you did something where you were getting removed and you didn't go. Now, clearly based on the allegations then, because there's charges, clearly they went over the line too here.
He was
And there's also the story like he got cut by the Sea Bears. What was this, last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
And then brought back.
He's trying to fight Byron Mullins in the locker room in front of his kid. Yeah, Teddy's in a hell of a player, but man, he is a challenge. And I think the Sea Bears folks have had a lot of patience. They've worked through him, but now they move on. They move on without him. So,
Baptized Big Uke has the Winnipeg parlay with a WIN win in Winnipeg, all capitalized. Bomber spread, Sea Bears money line. You could get that somewhere. That's a nice little Winnipeg weekend that you can have. Have you been following the St. Jude?
I have.
Sungjae topped the leaderboard.
Yeah, Sungjae is on fire. What did we have? Hideki, Spieth, and Sungjae M?
Shane Lowry, Sungjae, and Spieth all top 20. So Spieth is at one over through 7 holes right now. So he's still T14. Hideki is yet to tee off. Shane Lowry needed a big day. He's at +1, so he's got some work to do, get into 20. But he's still only at 51, and it won't take him much to bump up there, as he'll be there for the weekend. But he needed T10, I think you said, to make it
T11,
to T11
to make it through.
So he's got some work to do. But
I see Scotty Scheffler has entered the chat.
Yeah,
5 under through 6 holes today.
Birdie par.
He did the reverse Hideki. You know, Hideki was +2 after the 10th hole and finished 4 under. He birdied the last 5 holes yesterday.
Oh, gee, I'm just looking at his scorecard right now.
So
he birdied 6 of his last 7.
Yeah, he was on fire. And we got to give a shout out to the pride of the Golf Dome in Winnipeg, Sudarshan Yelamaraju, 5 under par today. He is T5 right now. He needs, I think, 16th or so, if I recall correctly, from our list to make it through. Wouldn't that be cool? I was kind of hoping that Corey Connors would make it happen. He has not pulled up his side of the bargain.
Don Rory's still right near the bottom. That's something you don't usually see, and I know it's a smaller field. But
he's been on vacation.
I know, but just
2.5 hours after his round yesterday.
Yeah, well, what did he post up yesterday? Was it a 4 over? So he's 2 under through 6 holes. He's birdied 3 and 4 today. But yeah, it's just weird seeing him in that spot of where he is. But yeah, good for Sungjae to have this start going. I hope Spieth went birdie, bogey, par, par. I really hope I'm a Spieth guy. I'll always have love for Spieth.
It's more fun when he's in it.
It is, because you never know what you're going to get. He's, when he won that Open Championship, he had that shot from the driving range and all that. He makes those big putts when he's good. He's always an entertaining golfer, so I really want him to somewhat get back up there. And if he was just for that stretch of the 1 year, but really 2 years, just how dominant he was out there on the golf course. It was incredible. And it's sad that, he's not like half of that even to a degree these days. So I'll always have a love for Jordan Spieth. Baptized Big Uke also saying you build the Bombers, Elks, Sea Bears spread, the Winners Extravaganza Sports Talk. So there's that could possibly be built. Oh, our play for today is up. What is this number set at? Let me refresh. Plus 660. Beautiful. So we had that one. White 50 plus receiving yards. Dembski 50. Bombers -7.5 in the game under 60 or less. It's plus 660. And then our Elks money line. Jake Herzl over 30.5. Fajardo and Chad Kelly both with 2+ passing TDs. That's plus 1,000. Dead on right there. So a couple of really nice plays that we have is we still have the one more play to head up there.
Can I ask you a question just aside from everything that we've been talking about? Are you aware that Pat McAfee has just dropped a rap album today?
I wasn't aware that he dropped a rap album. I was aware earlier this week he hinted at something was coming Friday. I thought it was. So it's a rap album. Is this like a legit rap album? Is this just diss track that he's having some fun with it?
Listen, I hate to say it, but I think he's serious about it. And I'm a McAfee guy. I have a lot of respect for what he's built. But I remember he did one single before, and it was one of those ones going, Pat, like someone in your inner circle needs to tell you no. And I have not listened to this.
It's 14 tracks, 42 minutes.
Oh yeah. No, he like
this is legit. He's got the album cover and everything.
So I have not listened to any of it. I know it's gonna come across my radar, and I have a feeling it'll be somewhat embarrassing, but I'm not looking forward to having to hear it.
Jeez. Okay, so I got a few quotes. I'm reading an article.
Yes.
Dan Orlovsky said the album is legit good. Josh Patay congratulated McAfee and praised the freedom of modern media landscape. Musical critic Stephen Hayden joked, quote, to all the people in Pat McAfee's inner circle who didn't talk him out of this, thank you. While Mike Bevius offered a more sarcastic review, calling it, quote, the official soundtrack to the drive to family court. And then the one comment on this article at the bottom, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Album sounds like Limp Bizkit if Limp Bizkit could possibly be any lamer. So mixed reviews. I'll say it right now. Mixed reviews on the Pat McAfee album that has been dropped today.
Hey, Limp Bizkit, say what you will. Limp Bizkit ruled music for a little while.
They did.
And you know how it is. Like every 20 years sort of things come back. Well, we're now, I guess the Limp Bizkit would probably be more like 25 years.
It's been a while.
Anyways, if you care to check it out, folks, over the weekend, if you've listened to everything on your list and you're looking for some new music, a hot new artist, check out Pat McAfee. What's it called again? Confessions.
Diary. What is it? I have to pull it up again. It's The Diary of a Polarizing Figure. Out on Spotify now. Huss, what do you have coming up on Winnipeg Sports Talk? Full review, full live listen of the album?
That I would love to do. Just, everything else is being moved out today. We're doing a live listen of the McAfee album. That's not happening today. We're going to get ready for this Bomber game tonight. Seabears Championship Series tomorrow. There's going to be, we got a lot coming on. Jeff Hamilton's jumping on. Joey Slattery was in Brampton for the fiasco on Wednesday, so he's back ready for tomorrow. He's going to jump on with us. And there is lots going on around the NFL. We will do the NFL Notebook with Hacksaw before we end up firing up the marbles. Could it be the day for an EST listener? We will see. You guys around 2:00 your time, just before. Make sure you get in before we cut it off.
Huss, have a wonderful weekend. Dusty will talk with you early next week. I will be with you late in the week, I think on Friday. But have a wonderful weekend, Huss.
Enjoy the games. Good luck to the Elks tomorrow. And don't spend too much time with Diary of a Polarizing Figure.
Yeah. That's all I'll do. I'm on golfing on Sunday. I'll put it on the course. Huss, enjoy. Winnipeg Sports Talk. Him and Remus coming up. Go win those marbles. Exclamation point marbles. Got a lot going up there. Winnipeg parlay. We'll see if, and the winners extravagance sports talk, seeing if those ones could get up there as well. I don't know if we'll be able to get the Seabears money line. I also have 4 tickets to the Edmonton Elks. I'm going to give those to Hernan to give away during EST afternoon. So stay tuned. We got 4 tickets to the Edmonton Elks tomorrow against the Toronto Argonauts. Once again, Edmonton Sports Talk in the Lock Shop, proudly presented by Play Alberta. Download the app, visit them, playalberta.ca/EST for more details. Click on EST specials, and those are loaded up with all sorts of plays. They're going to continue to be loaded up throughout the rest of today, as we also will have the Screw It, Let's Do It. And in place of Jay's play today, we'll have the Reed Wilkins play of the day. Hernan's smashing things and breaking things. The other play that is up there also is Hernan's confidence play, Ottawa REDBLACKS to win. Money line +2.
Who's got the cojones to jump on it? Let's go, baby.
Always use your game sense. Good luck on Sunday, Nanso. Good luck with the marathon. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into the Lock Shop. We've got Oil Stream coming up, EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Mill, Elks Call under audio streams tonight. Tomorrow, Commonwealth Stadium, Green and Gold kickoff show. Myself, Reed Wilkins, at noon, live from the Community Rec Center. We'll have What Were You Saying on our station tomorrow as well. And then Sunday, VIP Golf Show with Murray McCourt. That's all to come right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Once again, on behalf of Hustler, I'm Iwanyk. Thanks for tuning to the Lock Shop right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice. Oil Stream coming up in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.